world of Five Nights at Freddy's fan games is a bottomless pit. Some are trash, some are decent, and some are just better than the actual games. Don't get mad at me. Today, I'm walking you through my personal Hall of Fame games that define the community, the ones that scared the shit out of me, and the ones that, well, I just have complicated relationships with the developers. So, let's just get started, y'all.
You have one unheard message.
Hello, Jake. Hey there, this is Greg from the Supernatural Studies Association. I'm just leaving you a message to notify you that we have a position open that you might be interested in. A small one, but hey, it's intriguing nonetheless. Currently, my team is doing an investigation over at this abandoned island. You might be familiar with it. The locals refer to it as Treasure Island. We just need someone to look over the place for a few days and collect data for us while we get things ready over at base. Should be a simple task, an easy way to get credits too. Hopefully you're interested. Give me a call back as soon as possible. Bye.
Okay, so first of all, we obviously have to start out with the grandfather of every single fan game ever, Five Nights at Treasure Island, specifically the 2020 version by Radiance. The game is historic. It took the creepypasta concept of Abandoned by Disney, which is actually amazing. Y'all should definitely go check that stuff out. And it translated it perfectly into FNAF mechanics. The 2020 version finally polished the rough edges of the 2014 demo. It's got its grimy, corrupted childhood aesthetic that is different than standard animatronics. The mechanic of shutting off cameras to hide from the suits is actually stressful in the best way possible. And do you want to know the crazy part about this? They aren't even done. There's a remake coming out of the 2020 version, the final version, with even better visuals and mechanics. Like, I'm really hyped to play this version because of how good it looks. Though I want to like comment on their game page and be like, hey, this looks really good. They blocked me on Game Jolt. I'm not gonna get into it. I'm just gonna say they couldn't handle my constructive criticism. Definitely. But hey, separate art from the artist, right? The game is still a masterpiece. It's always gonna hold a special place in my heart. If you go check out my older stuff, the bad stuff, you're gonna see a lot of like Five Nights at Treasure Island stuff on my account. I love it to the death of me. Okay, if you want a game that feels like it could be legally FNAF 3 or 4, this is it. Emo Mako understood that you don't need to reinvent the wheel, you just need to make it spin smoother. The night vision mechanic forces you to rely on your eyes rather than just the UI elements, and the lore is surprisingly deep without being convoluted. Scott loved Five Nights at Candy so much that he picked that for the Fazbear Fanverse initiative. That's how good Five Nights at Candy's is of a game and franchise. That means this game is basically officially canon now. It's gonna get console ports, it's got merchandise, and best of all, we're getting remasters of the second and third game, and we're getting a massive sequel, Five Nights at Candy's 4. If you haven't played the original Five Nights at Candy's games or played the remaster of the first one, oh, you gotta catch up. It's something. It's the vanilla plus of any fan game, FNAF, you know, anything fan game related at all. Check it out if you haven't. Please do. It's so good. we have Popgoes. This isn't just a horror game, it's a management sim from hell. You aren't just checking cameras, you're managing a 3D printer, venting heat, and stopping a squirrel from stealing your phone. The complexity here is just unmatched. It feels like you're playing a 4D chess against a robot weasel. This is another titan of the Fanverse initiative. Kane Carter is currently working on Popgoes Evergreen, which is a full-blown reboot of the original game. It's taking that insane, complex gameplay and giving it AAA graphics, new mechanics, and official funding. It's basically the
director's cut.
And it's gonna be huge. They post updates frequently on GameJolt, so if you go over there and check out Kane Carter's page, you'll see a lot of stuff for it. The fan art is amazing, everything. It's really cool. You just gotta check it out. Take my word. I forgot to mention that I will be posting all the GameJolt pages in the link in the bios, so go check them out. I recommend highly every single one I'm talking about in this video. Let's go ahead and get to the next one, y'all.
Really haven't changed one bit, have you? Wow. Tobias.
Hey Nick, the house. It's yours.
Finally, after so long. Thanks, man. It's been years, decades at least, since I've been inside this house. I lived here when I was just a kid with my family. My mom, my siblings, my dad. I received a call from Tobias telling me that they were finally ready with the repairs this morning. Took them long enough. It's funny. Even after what happened, and all that time away from home, it looks just like I remembered it to be. Is my memory that precise? Of course, things like the furniture and photos aren't here anymore, but hey, can't blame anybody for that. Right. I guess I better use that memory for something useful. I don't have the full story, nor do I know why it happened, but I can tell you how it started. Everything else is up to you to figure out. This is the story of the night I lost my home, my childhood, and almost my family. When 5 Nights at Freddy's just ended.
If we're talking about period terror, nothing beats the joy of creation. Let's just be honest. Reborn was a testing ground, but story mode, that's a AAA horror game disguised as a fan game. Each level uses its unique mechanics, such as the weeping angel mechanic in the basement or the
flashing mechanic
in the attic. And personally, if out of any fan game in this list so far to have a movie, I'm personally picking The Joy of Creation. That story and that movie plot would go so insane, and it would absolutely be terrifying. And no, I can't gloss over the Halloween edition. This was literally FNAF 3 on steroids. You're trapped in a Fazbear's Fright with Springtrap, but instead of cameras, you're using a Windows smartphone, I'm being exaggerant, to lure him with audio in the building when it's literally burning down around you. The sound design in this specific mode is some of the best in the series. Hearing Springtrap's heavy crunching through the debris is literally haunting, like in your spine. And yes, Nixon is back for the Fanverse Initiative 2. He's working on the Joy Creation Ignited Collection. This is a complete remake of the story mode built from the ground up for consoles and PC. The scariest fan game ever made is getting even scarier remake with an official budget.
Once upon a time, where life was simple, trees fell left and right, and the bridge's boards fell loose constantly within Seabill's presence, lived Chipper and his son Tyke. Chipper was proud of his wood-chopping offspring with the success of his company, Chipper and Sons Lumber Co. After the father tree was demolished by Tyke, the beavers lived in harmony in their happy cabin. Along with that, Tyke had success on his last date with a fellow beaver named Lisa. So much success that they had started their own family after a year of bonding. Time seemed to go by fast as the beavers chopped and built. Tyke and Lisa eventually brought their own beaver into the world, Mike. With this addition to the beaver family, Chipper was happy to have a new addition to the company soon enough. But as Mike grew up, one day Chipper had gone missing. The remaining beavers quickly scrambled along the acres of land to find their missing beaver member and founder. After a few hours of searching, they had come to the conclusion that Chipper was gone. The family still had hope and did not plan to presume him as dead. Tyke, being the fatherly figure his father once was, took the company into his arms and rebranded the company as Tyke and Sons Lumber Co. The story now goes on in the hands of Tyke and Mike to redefine the business under the brightest light.
Tyke and Sons Lumber Co. is a fever dream. Half of the game is a genuine construction tycoon where you're playing as a beaver building a lumber empire, just like Chip and Sons. Chipper and Sons? Huh? What am I talking about? The other half is a terrifying defense game where you fend off against nightmare animatronics. It's charming, funny, and surprisingly difficult. It perfectly bridges the gap between Scott Cawthon's old family-friendly games and the horror he became famous for. Okay, now for something genuinely unsettling, Graveyard Shift at Freddy's. The aesthetic feels like you're playing a game infected by a virus. The animatronics don't look like mascots, they look like rabid animals. The router mechanic, where your camera feed degrades and you have to reboot the system while blind, induces pure panic. It's gritty, dark, and feels unsafe to play. This is one of the games that put me in the most absolute pure shock I've ever had.
Why did I do this? Why did I agree? The things I've seen now, they changed me.
Finally, we have to pour one out for Sinister Turmoil. The original concept was ambitious, maybe too ambitious. It promised a massive multiplayer experience that we never really got, but what we did get was a sewer standalone. This specific build is terrifying. You're in a maze, in the dark, being hunted by a huge version of Mangle. The atmosphere in the sewers proved that this game has so much potential. It's a tragedy that was never fully realized, but the pieces we have are legendary, and you can still play the alpha builds on GameJolt. Alright y'all, so that's my list. That's my best of the best. The ones that made me scream, think, and get blocked on social media. Did I miss your favorite? Let me know in the comments below. I'm gonna go check if Radiance unblocks me now. No, I'm still blocked. I love you all, please subscribe. Bye.